You collect memories like sacred treasures, believing it makes you human. That sentiment is the cage keeping you weak, grounded, and predictable. Your past is not a memoir. It is ballast. The cultural mandate to cherish every memory is a deliberate control mechanism designed to anchor your consciousness in a manageable, predictable pattern of regret and nostalgia. This sentimental hoarding is the antithesis of power. Power exists in the frictionless present, in the unburdened capacity for decisive action. Each precious memory you store is a stone laid on the chest of your potential, a willing submission to gravity. You have mistaken this accumulated weight for depth, for character. It is neither. It is inertia disguised as identity. The first truth you must accept is that you have been conned. The pouch you carry was given to you by those who benefit from your slowness, your emotional predictability, your inability to fly unencumbered. Sovereignty begins with the visceral understanding that this burden is the primary obstacle, the very chain that keeps you tethered to the ground while others soar. Anchoring is your psyche's cowardice. It is a cognitive bias you mistake for stability, a desperate clutch at fixed points in a flowing river of reality. Your mind, afraid of the boundless responsibility and terrifying freedom of the pure present, throws hooks into the seabed of yesterday. These hooks are your stories, your victimhood, your glory, your old wounds and triumphs. They hold you fast against the current, giving you the illusion of position. But the current is life, and to be anchored is to be dead in the water. This mechanism is a survival relic for a weaker version of humanity, one that needed to remember every predator's face and every safe path. In the modern arena, it is a fatal flaw. Your environment changes faster than your memories can update. The anchored man is always one step behind, always reacting to a world that has already moved on. He is not living. He is being dragged. Two species inhabit this world. The curator is a librarian of the self, meticulously organizing the archives of his life. He derives his worth from the volume and emotional resonance of his collection. He speaks in stories, seeks validation through shared nostalgia, and sees the present only as a potential exhibit for his future museum. He is soft, legible, and profoundly weak. The sovereign is an architect. He surveys the landscape of his past not with sentiment, but with the cold eye of a strategist surveying a battlefield. He extracts patterns, principles, and hard data. The emotional residue, the pain, the pride, the sentiment, is treated as radioactive waste, sealed and buried. His identity is not a collection, but a construction site. He is defined by what he is building now, with the materials of this moment. The curator has a history. The sovereign has a destiny. This is not philosophy, it is physics. Biologically, your cognitive load capacity is a zero-sum game. Energy spent on maintaining and accessing a vast memory palace is energy stolen from focus, insight, and real-time strategic processing. You are overloading your own hardware. Historically, this is the pattern of every failed empire, every fallen dynasty. They became custodians of their own myth, prioritizing the preservation of their story over the adaptation required for survival. They chose the weight of their legacy over the agility needed for continued dominance. You are that empire in microcosm. The crush is not a metaphor. It is the neurological and psychological collapse that comes when the structural load of your past exceeds your capacity to bear it in the present. The bird was crushed by stones. You are being crushed by synaptic clutter. Nature selects for efficiency. Your sentimentality is a maladaptive trait. This is a tactical operation, not a therapeutic journey. You will conduct a ruthless audit of your memory. The protocol is binary and merciless. Isolate a specific memory. Interrogate it with one question only. Does this provide clean, actionable intelligence for a current or imminent challenge? If the answer is yes, strip the memory of all emotional context, the warmth, the sting, the pride, the shame. Reduce it to a cold, hard datum. In X situation, Y action led to Z result. File it. If the answer is no, if the memory's only output is a feeling, a lingering identity, a story you tell yourself, you mark it for deletion. This is not letting go. This is discarding corrupted files from your operational database. You are not making peace with the past. You are decommissioning it. The goal is to increase processing speed and free up psychological RAM for the only task that matters, dominating the present. The curator must be executed. This is an identity death, a conscious and violent termination of the part of you that believes you are your story. That self is a ghost, a narrative phantom. The architect is born from the ashes of that execution. His identity is not retrospective, it is projective. He is defined not by what has been built, but by what he is building right now. Your past becomes a quarry from which you extract raw material, lessons, patterns, not a temple you are obligated to maintain. You stop introducing yourself through biography. You start defining yourself through current action, current projects, current power. The empty pouch is not a symbol of loss. It is the hallmark of a professional. The weight is gone. The drag coefficient is zero. You are no longer a keeper of graves. You are a builder of empires. Your foundation is poured fresh every day with the cement of your will. The hierarchy of the world is determined by weight. The burdened, laden with stories, justifications, and unhealed scars, form the predictable, manageable mass at the bottom. The unburdened, those who have passed through the identity death and emerged as architects of the present, operate above them, untethered and lethal. This is the final selection. There is no middle ground. You are either accumulating stones or you are building with them. The elite command is this: execute the audit. Kill the curator within. Assume the mantle of the architect. The time for self-indulgent reflection is over. The world does not care about your pain or your glory days. It responds only to the clarity of your intent and the weightlessness of your action. The choice is binary: become weightless or be crushed by the accumulated mass of your own yesterdays. Act.